My name is Taylor Dawson, and I will be discussing the pros, the cons, and the different options that families have for childcare in America. About 50 to 100 years ago, the only means of childcare that somebody had in their family was to have a stay-at-home mom. Because of this, it led to a lot of exhaustion and safety hazards for the families. Because of the lack of childcare and the increase of job later on, there was a realization needed that there needed to be more childcare facilities in America. Although this need was present, there was a hesitance because people did not want to leave their child in the care of somebody else. During and post World War II, the men went away, and so the women had to take over the men's job here in America. Because of this, there had to be a rise in child care facilities as well as a rise in funding. Because of this, the families, whenever they put their child in a child care facility, they were able to realize that this was an option that they needed to use. Starting with the pros, according to babycenter.com, they are able to grow physically faster because they are able to watch the children next to them. So they will learn how to walk, crawl, use the bathroom faster than they would at home with just a mom. They also grow in their social skills because they learn how to interact with the humans around them instead of just the ones that are at home. They also grow emotionally because they learn how to cope with different situations as they are whenever they get in trouble, or if they do something good, they learn whenever they're rewarded, and as well as the things that they shouldn't do to get in trouble. Moving on to the cons. The costs of child care facilities can range anywhere from $300 to over $1,000 a week to even a month. Because of this, they are able to put a lot of bad publicity on the child care facilities because parents don't have any other options. According to Jay Jervis, there is a lot of bad exposure to bad behavior that children will end up being. Children will knock down. That children will have bad behavior leading on to their future development and growth. Another con is that families have to work on the child care facilities clock. So if they're running behind, running late, they suffer the consequences of being charged extra, or they aren't able to move on and do something else that they need to do with their life. Even though that there's pros and cons to childcare, there are different options. Starting with daycare, there are obviously many daycares that can provide for infants 6 weeks to starting to preschool age. Another options that families like to use is a nanny. A stay-at-home nanny can provide transportation, can provide at-home meals. It's just an all-around better experience for the family providing for their child. According to culturefamily.com, one of the most used options for childcare is obviously a family member. Family is the number one option that people always want to go to just because they feel more confident in leaving their children in their hands. So even though there are many pros and cons to the child care facility, such as the con being cost and a pro